Hey everyone, Optimus Wilbur here, and this video is not suitable for children under the age of 13. This is aimed at young collectors and adult collectors. Let's start the video. Welcome everyone back to another Optimus Wilbur reviews, and if you want to make baby Grimlock happy, why not hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share it amongst your Transformer friends. That helps the video out so much. And finally, Megatron makes his appearance with his Toyhax decals and the upgrade kit, which was the thing I had to wait on just for a little bit due to everything that's happening in the world. And it does make a difference with certain parts in them. Now, before we go over the Toyhax decals, let's talk about the part. As you can see, it's just like a rocket barrage that can go in the tank. It actually looks a lot better in tank mode, but you can equip it to the gun or on the back of the sword. But I like it on the gun. It kind of just suits that bit better, and that's where you can house this if you don't want to have the light on, which you've seen in the thumbnail. But most importantly, what it does, and this is it here, if I just turn the camera around, this little guy with a green light does an all-important feature than just light up. So, come at Megatron's head, lift it. Now, this was always a complaint we had with the Siege figure. It doesn't matter that we're all in agreement, like a lot of us, that the Siege figure does look far superior than the Earthrise figure, but this was a complaint with the head. The fact that it just hovers and you could easily push it down. What you do with this, slide it in and just line it up. It actually slots in perfect there, and you close the head. No more forcing that down. It fixes it. And what it's meant to do, and this is where I'll get into the decals now, is you can light it up and it illuminates the badge. Now, as you've seen, it's a green light, so I think this would look so much better in the Generation 2 colour scheme. Was it the Transformer Select? Obviously, I've not got that Megatron. So with the decals, and this is the options you're going to have, and it's kind of now changed what I was going to do originally now with Ultra Magnus, where I was going to get his light set for inside, and thank God I've not ordered it. Applying the decal stops the light coming through. And Magnus's, if you think about it, has got two layers of decals. One in the truck mode, then one in full armour mode. It looks cool, but if you're wanting the decals on, you have to sacrifice something. So I made the decision of putting the decals on, and I know I can't shine the light through that, which I'm okay with. I don't mind that because I'd rather have a purple LED to show off the Decepticon insignia. I'm happy the way it looks, and this is what I think the decal's done. There's not many decals to go over with them. It's very small ones they did, but they make such a difference. I mean, right away, let's zoom in and sharpen up. You get two options here for this one. You can get one that's completely clean, like the Generation 1 style, or you get one that's got that battle damage. I opted for the battle damage because there's not many other stickers in this set where, like the Prime one, it covers up the battle damage. So I went with this one, and it has got a nice feel to it because you can feel like those little grooves. You've got two black decals that go in there to finish that. Then when you come here, you've got the decals here, and the red one's going round there, which tidies that up completely. And then the gold one just right there. You can see we've got a decal up here next to the cannon, and if I turn them around, just like the Generation 1, you've got the circuitry there. Coming down to the legs, and I've added a few extra ones. So, in the crotch plate, you've got this one here, and on the back, you can see we've got one with the red, which matches the one at the waist here. So it's continuing that theme. A nice little gold decal. And if I come to here and sharpen this leg up, you can see that continues here, which it's not really advertised in the instructions, but I've done it because there is a section you can do that with the triangle gold decal. The red decals here, and with the feet, you can apply decals here, which tidies that up to give them a much more menacing look. On the cannon, you can see we've filled in this area here. There's actually 2 sets of decals for that. I've went with the silver side, and if I flip them round and fix it again, I've applied this beautiful red metallic decal coming down here. There is an option for a silver one, but I've went with red to match everything else. And if I flip him over, just get him standing, and it looks like just the level of power that's in his cannon. It's the only way I can describe this decal, but it looks awesome. I absolutely love that, and it just finishes off the cannon. Overall, for as little as the decals have been applied to Megatron, they really do make a difference. He is a great figure, an absolute must-buy in the Siege line if you don't have them, but the decals do add that little bit more, and it was worth the wait, waiting for the upgrade kit and the decal set just to finish this bot off. Now let's look at his sword, and then we'll go into tank mode, and I'll show you the decals in that mode as well. With the sword, the applied decals are like the Generation 1 style, like that toy you get. I never understood why I got a sword, not the mace, but it was one of those things, we got the sword. But they've done the similar idea with it as well. Unfortunately, I don't know if anybody else's does this, mine just refuses to close when it's in this mode. When it goes into the other mode, I'll show you. If I flip it round and just lock it in place, there, it closes up. I've no idea why it does it on that side, but it just does. But there's nothing applied to the main cannon, so let's now get this into tank mode. In tank mode, this is where you see a lot of the decals start to show. And I've put the light back on just for obviously thumbnail purposes, but that shows you where it can house when it's in tank mode, this rocket modulator, and I love it because now with that green light, it looks like a laser aim module, obviously for doing a rocket barrage. So let's turn the light off, save the battery. But yeah, that upgrade does make a difference in the sense of what the purpose can be, and just the overall look of the tank mode, give it an extra weapon. And this is where, like when I said back in the day when I'd done the review, how it reminded me so much of the Armada Megatron with the tank split with the legs. Now we've got something similar to that Minicon. Of course it's not a Minicon, but the way it sits there as an extra weapon. Starting in the middle, we've added decals here and decals here in match what's obviously with Megatron when he's transformed into robot mode. Same again, they also have like a feel to it, like a wee bevel in it. New Decepticon logo there, plus one thing I did forget to mention, in robot mode you do have Autobot logos for Megatron if you want to change them to likes of that IDW comic style. 2 decals here, and we have now got headlights. Come at the side. Added new paneling here and a coloured Decepticon symbol here. If you don't want to add that, there is a logo behind that which just matches the colour scheme here, but I wanted to have the purple one just so it matches here. Now I'm going to zoom in and just sharpen up. Don't know if you can make it out, but I think the camera's picking it up. A beautiful throwback, having the P38 just stamped right there, and it matches on the other side to, of course, what Megatron transformed into that gun. Flipping them round, we have, looks like Energon lights, where the hands would close, and moving the camera down, we have lights on the ends of his feet. Overall, I am impressed with this decal set. It's not as much, like I said, with the Optimus Prime one. That Siege one done so much more. But this one, I feel, does a good take on the Siege Megatron. And I do think it's worth it, along with the upgrades, just to finish off that Siege Megatron. He looked great. He just looked a bit barren in some areas, but the decals bring out like this extra colour that was there, and it looks very reminiscent now of the Generation 1 counterpart, just when he's in robot mode. Tank mode's completely separate, but having the upgrade kit to add something there, and for what the purpose it can do, fixing the head, if you've not got a decal set, it lights up the chest, and it works with that Generation 2 colour scheme. I think overall it's a bargain. I only paid $15 for the upgrade kit. The Toyhax decals were a different price, but I will link both of them in the description box below if you're after them. I got that from TF Safari and of course Toyhax with the decals. Overall, I would recommend both. It's up to you if you want to get one or the other, but at least you've got the links there. Up next, I have no idea, guys, because we're still waiting. I was surprised this showed up. This was one of the ones that's not even on my list. It says it entered the country, whereas Jetfire's is in the country, so we might have to wait a couple of days for him. But if his shows, it will be Jetfire, it will be next. So fingers crossed, if the Toyhax decals show up for the other two sets I want to do, brilliant! And then after that, I think we're going to start Armada figures, just for the time being, due to everything on lockdown and the waiting time for new figures and that to arrive. It's going to be a while, especially on this side, for new stuff. But that doesn't mean there's not going to be videos. So by all means, check out any of the past playlists if you want to see something different I've done in the past. But I think I will be starting Armada very, very soon. So everyone, please keep safe as always. Keep your family safe, and I will see you in the next Optimus Wilbur reviews. Thank you for everyone who tuned in today's video. If you want to make Baby Grimlock happy, why not hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. All new videos are always coming right here in Optimus Wilbur reviews. If you'd like to follow me in any of my social media links, all the descriptions are in the description box below. And of course, as always, I cannot stress this enough, I wish to thank Cybertronic Spree for allowing me to use their song Cybertronic Warrior as the theme of this channel. Guys, this is an incredible band that does incredible covers, and recently just done an amazing album of the Transformers 1986 movie soundtrack. Please follow them and all their social media links. I have every description in the description box below. Please check them out, and as always, Transformer fans, till all are one.